Well, it is happening. The bubble is popping. Cue the fire. We are currently in the final stages. Or should I say we are at the beginning of the final stages. You know that, oh, everything's so euphoric. And then the ship starts to turn. Now, you need to understand, the worldwide economy has going just very fast that way, which is great when you're going really fast that way. But it's like trying to turn a cargo ship. You're like, oh, we got to go that way. And so now what you are seeing in the markets, whether it's the housing market, hey, how about the Australian housing market? Oh my gosh. This is the biggest dive in over 40 years. You can kiss your Joey goodbye, or your Roo, or whatever you want to kiss. And like always, what goes up comes down. Usually comes down harder than it goes up. Here's your NASDAQ. I took a little nibble yesterday. I was trying to explain one indicator. I'm like, wow, it's the 9 count. It was a solid 9, and it's still going, which is a rarity, but so is this, right? Oh, this is going to be ugly. But sometimes you got to put your hand in the shark, right? The shark tank. They're, when they're far away, you're like, oh, this is easy. You're in there, you're trying to grab, like, maybe let's just say there's silver pieces, and you're like, you just got to go in quick and grab it. Yeah, sometimes those sharks are fast. Like, I got this. Let me just go. So I will be closing this position. See, the 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, here we go. And I was like, oh gosh, this is like taking candy from a shark. So I will close that position today, only losing 1 finger. Just in case you wanted to know, it was that pinky right there. See, lost it. It's gone. No more pinky in that spot. Also, there is high probabilities with this little gap right there. That'll still get filled, but that's just a trader. I got my rules. You'll win some and you lose some. And also, I was kind of fighting against the machine on this one. Apple, as you know, I took out a short at 172.19 up there. That was that line, the white line. And I said I would take profit right there. Profit taken. That's 50%. Oh, you got another 9 count. The Apple's like, oh, no, we're going lower. This is just crazy. And then the last spot, I'll draw it for you just so you can see where I am going to exit. That's that bottom right there. So we're almost there. That'll be 100% of the trade. And just in case you wanted 65% off on how to do this, link in the description. And if you're like, but Bravo, I have no money, well then click Trading Panel right there. Connect TradeStation. They'll give you $150. That is also link in the description, which most people can't find the description. And like what I always say, you probably shouldn't be trading if you can't find the description. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, we got breaking news. Maybe Bed Bath & Beyond filed for bankruptcy. But anyways, Jeremy, now I see dang squirrel, stock making the biggest move midnight. Yes, I'm well aware of this. Oh, hey, there's our Bed Bath & Beyond. Stocks only go higher. Just keep buying the dip. Dollar cost average all the way to bankruptcy. Jeremy Grantham says the worst is yet to come. Yes, sometimes, like Jeremy is, what do they say, a broken clock. You're always right, but only twice. He gets pretty, he doesn't get close, but it's kind of, it's right around in this range. But when you see these hockey sticks, you're like, wow, this is going to be so painful. But he says the worst is yet to come. I'm going to agree with him on this one. The ship just started turning, and it's going to be going in the other direction just as fast as it was going the other way. But this time it goes, when markets react and then they overreact, it's usually worse on the other way or on the way down. And he says markets are entering a final act of a super bubble. And he's been trading this stuff for a while. 83-year-old investor. Been through a few of them. Called the '08, called the 2000, calling this one. I'll tell you, all this wouldn't be so bad if the government, this is '08. Remember '08? Oh, right. Oh, and then they're like, hey, you know what? As you would say, Fed go burr. It's kind of like that. And then we had it again right here. Remember that? Just let it go. Government, please. No way. Blow off, actually, way off top. Double head and shoulders right there. Looks like you're putting in another one. This is not going to be pretty. You actually probably need to come. I mean, it would be nice, right? Let's do a little retest. Also, just to let you know, so this is where we did about what, 3 trillion, and then probably then another 3 trillion. I mean, lots of trillions of dollars to get that thing a pumping. But let me bring you some good news. Okay, we just left August. Welcome to September. September should be a historically great month if you know how to click the sell button. Because September, as it says, with September already historically the ugliest month for markets of the entire year, it's time to learn how to short. And that would be this one right here. You're like, wow, that looks horrible. You lost like $500,000. That's SQQQ. This is what I call an intraday. You'd be up 5% today if you just bought that. You don't even have to click the sell button. But I wanted to put this up here so you can see you don't hodl. You get in the morning and you get out at night. I mean, some of you guys are like, no, I'm going long. And I say, I don't know what it's like to be long or to go long. Oh, on this one, oh look, it's a Head and Shoulders. It's opposite, right? It's an inverse Head and Shoulders. That means I can't, that's a neckline. Anyways, on this one, just in the last few days, what are you guys up on your buy and hodl? You're going to do it? Are you going to do it to me? 42%. Link in the description. Start with my swing trading. I'm just going to use this for an example. You are under the 200. You don't swing trade SQQ. But anyways, look, see the red line? That's my Bravo 9. You get a beat down, and then you come up. One candle close above, and you ride it until that little blue line right there gets below the red line. And I do offer this in my Bravos daily watch list. I feel like it's like, here we go again, SQQQ. And by the way, I am not the only one. I'm not the only bear in the room. Big Short, Michael Burry. I know, broken clocks, here we are. No, we're trade. We put our money where our mouth is. Not just that, I do videos on it every single day. So you can always rewind and go like, hey, Bravo, Big Short investor, Michael Burry warned the biggest market bubble in history. Let this one soak in just for a second. That's some pretty frightening words out of a guy who has a lot more money than me. Biggest market bubble in history. Go all the way back to baby Jesus. It's bigger. And I'd say the Roman Empire was pretty darn big, but it never fell. Oh, wait. This just in. See, guys, what goes up must go down. And if you look at our society, societies that act like us, like America, man, they go down bad. That's why I always say, make sure you're out of a city, next to a water source with food, and be around nice people that say please and thank you, and they're humble, right? Nice. You want nice. Would end with the mother of all crashes. So take your diamond hands, okay? Oh, it always ends like that. Every market cycle has your diamond hands. Well, that was a new one, but it's basically you're buy and holding. Or hopefully you just learned from me. See, when you start trading, this is what happens. But I want to move this. Okay, so when you guys start trading and you open up a trade and you're like, oh no, I'm down. Oh, I'll just wait. Well, it's gonna gap up. I'll just wait. You're like, well, I've already lost, X amount, so I'll just keep holding, and then it just keeps going and going, and then at some point you're like, well, I'll just sell because at least it's something. And that's why it's so critical when you start trading. You take my course, I tell you, paper trade every single day. So you start figuring out, you're like, oh, that's really bad. Yes, it is bad. You have to understand you're gonna take losses, and that's good. You're like, okay, there we go. You take a gain on one side, you take a loss. You take a gain, you take a loss. It is okay. All right, so this would end with the mother of all crashes. He just hinted the collapse is now. It's underway. So now, finally, I mean, the trolls in the comments section where they're like, you said the market's gonna crash. Are you happy yet? No? Okay, we'll just wait on it. I mean, I finally felt like I was redeemed when I'm like, yes, we're in a recession. 2 negative prints, and the government took that away from me. Biden's like, oh, no. I'm like, okay, now we have 3 negative prints. Nope, no recession yet. Okay, every indice is now in a bear market. Yay! And you're like, no, when's it gonna crash, Bravo? Okay, here we go. Burry has suggested the S&P 500. I just want to be a troll. I don't want to do videos. I just would rather go around and just troll other videos. It's okay, you guys. I'm okay. I get it. It just comes with the territory. But when you read it, you're like, you're getting me. The S&P 500 could plummet another 53%. Yikes. And then we will have capitulation. You'll have the bottom. And it says before bottoming out. And what will that look like? Well, I would love to show you. Actually, I would love to draw it for you. It'll look like this. Okay. Boink. And then it'll come up and you'll go, yay. And then investors come in. They're like, oh, we're going to the moon. And then, oh, no. And then it's going to go bink. And then it's going to recover, and that is what is called a double bottom. That would be 53%. This is something in the charts of what you will be looking for. Then you will have lines like this, right? My Bravo 9, it's usually never in blue. This will not be swing tradable because you're below the 200-day moving average, but if you take my CSU course, 65% off, you'll know that is a double bottom. And I know the Fed and the government right now, they're telling you, no, it's great. Everyone is fully employed. Because they look at, it's called the BS report. Oh, I'm sorry, the BLS report, where they're like, look, everyone has a job. I'm like, no, the people that have chosen to work now have 5 jobs. Well, that means there's 5 people that are fully employed. No, there's one person that Ubers, does Lyft, DoorDash, has stores on Amazon. This guy is not fully employed 5 other people. But okay, if that's what you want to look for, when everything is burning down to the ground, it's like, oh, I think we still have full employment and we're not in a recession. Worse, look, this is what it's like right now out there. We're just starting, okay? We're just starting. Worse than a couple years ago. Remember when it was really bad? You saw food, the food and lines wrapped around and the freeways and all that. Food bank demand spikes as inflation wrecks households. Oh, but Bravo, inflation's not that bad anymore. And not just that, Bravo, fewer people are living paycheck to paycheck. Everything is great. Fewer, this is what I was saying. Like, how do you even look at stories? Like, how is the bias? Fewer Americans say they're living paycheck to paycheck. Oh, so let's scroll down and see. What was it? What are we, 59%, 61%? I don't care. When 60% of you are like, this close to not living. So when Grantham and Michael Burry and me and people that understand, Jesse Felder, actually, that was one of the reports that I've had him on the channel. When people that look at charts, which charts are history, math, what else do we got? We got fear and greed. You put all that together, I can kind of, with my crystal balls, predict the future. And I'm telling you, this economy, this ship is starting to turn. It's just the beginning. You haven't seen anything yet. Well, that is until, yes, if the government comes in and like everyone, here's 20 trillion, because the next time is going to have to be bigger than the last time. And I think, what was the last one? 10 trillion? The first one was about $1 trillion. Boo, save the market. This one, 10 trillion. The next one, that is going to be the mother of all burrs. Or should I say the mother of all debt that has to be paid back with interest, which means it's going to be stuck on you. So make sure that you are preparing. And I'm not saying, if you want to have cans of tuna and all that's perfectly fine. I'd say right now is a really good time to start your little side hustles. Start, increasing the income that's coming in, learning how to trade equities, and getting out of cities. That's so much harder work. I know. I'd much rather go on Amazon and buy cans of tuna. But when this recession hits, I'm sure it never will, or the depression, or the greatest depression, which we should have went through that in 08, right? Let it go. Come on. Like, let the businesses that need to fail. The people, let's restructure, regroup, rebuild, go. We're not going to do that again. We have kicked this can, and it looks like that. It's ginormous, but it's not in the water. It's actually on the land. And I think what is going to happen, because it happens every 100 years. It cycles. But the cycle is just so big this time. It might make Rome look like a walk in the park, because now it is global. We are globally all rolling over at the same time. Even though China, Australia, it doesn't matter. They're like, no, we're fine. Everything's great. As if they're going to come out and say, run for the hills. But like always, I love you guys. Take care, stay free, and I will see you tomorrow.